Can I get my flowers today? We've been giving you guys a lot of flowers.
For what?
Jada Pinkett Smith is the most toxic woman on planet Earth.
Demaris texted us saying that she wanted her flowers too, but
I have been suggesting this for how many years now?
A few
that
years.
she is the most evil woman walking the earth.
So she can't.
And we continue to blame men for all of her horror that she puts on our gender.
So you said whore?
Horror.
yeah,
She's a whore that puts horror. She puts the whore in horror.
You calling Jada Pinkett Smith a whore?
Not maybe by physical standards, but by mental standards. That's a whore. That's a mean, evil whore.
Yeah,
What
explain.
do you mean? What do you mean by that?
She is tricking. I think Will Smith found out that he was divorced like the rest of us today.
No.
I don't think he realized he was separated in 2016.
No. They I think they kind of, I can't remember the Red Table Talk verbatim, but I think they kind of, when they sat down in the whole entanglement thing, I think they threw that out there, like they weren't together, or it was
They
something
teased like an open situation, but not so. This is pretty definitive. She said they've been separated.
They teased open. They did not tease completely separated. Don't have me run up to the Oscars and smack the shit out of a comedian for my bestie. It's not
They're
even
not
his
even
wife.
best friends.
That's a,
Yeah, they're not
that's a
even best
whore. That's a
friends.
manipulative
Calling
whore.
best friends is a stretch.
Well, she spoke about that.
That's my date to the Oscars.
She said that Chris Rock had reached out to her and asked if he could take her out because he had heard that
They had broken up.
her and Will were split, and she said no, like that's just a rumor, and he was like, oh shit, I'm sorry, like he apologized.
Oh, he tried to beat?
Well, yeah, it's Jada Pinkett. She's one of the prettiest women we've ever had in Hollywood, in our culture. Like, why wouldn't he?
And again, whore behavior. If that was post 2016, why is she trying to make Chris Rock look like the bad guy here? Or like he should have been smacked?
I don't think she was trying to make him look like a bad guy though.
It appeared that way.
I think she
Everyone took that and was like, well, he should have been smacked.
No, but
Why?
she said that he didn't know. She kind of cleared it up like he didn't know. He thought that they were separated.
Mm-hmm.
And again,
He's not in the wrong in that.
And if it's post 2016 though, and what did she tell Will? Because we know she lies to Will.
What?
So you know Will could have went up on that stage thinking he had the right information, knowing it was after 2016 later.
I just think that, you know, Jada and Will's relationship is not the most
Stable.
I don't want to say the wrong word.
Stable?
I think that because if you think about it, how long has it been before the entanglement episode that we actually saw Jada and Will like
Together.
When Chris Rock was slapped.
Yeah.
Well, that was
And no, every award
Oh.
show we see them.
well, that's what I'm saying. It's when it's for the red carpet. It's when it's for the
Yeah,
cameras.
but that's just public appearance stuff. I wouldn't put, you know what I mean? Like that's.
But there was stories of Will not being with Jada for years before that though. Like he was in Miami doing his thing, shooting movies, and
We're not talking about him. We're talking about Jada and all the bullshit she has done. Why do we need another interview? Like, leave us alone.
well,
I didn't need more information.
I think that she's promoting something, right? Isn't it? It has to be something coming. Is Red Table Talk still on
promoting
Facebook?
the downfall of
No,
Will.
that's everything in terms of Facebook videos done.
So where's the Red Table Talk at?
It's up for sale. They can shop it,
Yeah.
but Facebook Watch doesn't exist.
It's in a dining room that neither of them go into anymore.
But the show that was a big show. So obviously that's something that Jada is trying to continue to do. This interview, who was it with?
Hoda interview. Hoda and the horse on that show.
Hoda and the Horse. So
Why won't, like, I feel like even if you don't get along with your ex-wife, husband, ex-partner, ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, you owe them some type of respect and to shut the fuck up about the relationship at some point. Has it not dragged on long enough? Do we really think Jada Smith gives a fuck about Will and his feelings
Nah.
or his perception? She has had put him on missions. He looks nuts.
but
All for her to come back and be like, I
did
don't know why he did it. I thought it was a skit.
But what did she
Because
say?
she's been fucking with him mentally for 2 decades.
Yeah, but what did she say in this interview that
And
made
then
him look
anytime
crazy, though?
Tupac gets brought up, Tupac doesn't even need to get brought up. They talk about Neil Diamond. She's like, what about Tupac? Anytime. But anytime Will comes up, it's like, well, I was fucking someone else. We weren't together. Like, look at the respect level that this woman
Also,
has given her life partner.
If they've been separated since 2016, that means for 8 years she's been doing this press run of just like slowly
Of course.
dragging Will and just besmirching his namesake for 8 years. If they've been separated, just stop talking about him in that regard.
What was the point of this interview though? Like what was Hoda interviewing Jada Pinkett Smith about? Like what were they talking
This?
about? But no, there has to be something.
This?
There has to be something. It's a show.
I mean,
it's a
it's the
movie.
only thing they're
She's
talking
probably doing something. But you know why she was there. And she knew the talking points and she knew what she was going to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm sure maybe she's doing another movie or some shit. But Is that really why people tuned in? Is that the headlines for anything?
No,
Of course not.
They want to hear her talk about the split and the separation.
Like that was like the definition of some woman shit. You do all that, continue on with all this press bullshit, tell Will about Chris Rock just trying to, shoot a shot for a second after you guys split up. Will gets up, smacks the shit out of him for your honor, and you go, I thought it was a skit.
Yo, if I get slapped and somebody says I thought it was a skit,
You have been manipulating and playing mind games with me for so long, and then you see me smack the shit out of somebody for disrespecting you, and you told me that he was trying to shoot a shot, and he's supposed to be my fake industry friend. And then you say, I thought it was a skit. That is the definition of manipulation.
Yeah.
That woman has been ruining that guy's life.
I don't know about Rowan. He's doing all right.
He's doing pretty okay.
Well,
He just won an Oscar.
yeah, financially, but his public perception is terrible. Like, no one respects him. We're talking about men, the lack of men in Canada. Who respects Will as a man right now?
Well, I don't think Will probably cares too much about that. I meant like his internal personal feelings.
I just mean like it's hard to look at Will and be like,
I would think
she's fucking up like his legacy. That's what annoys me. It's like all this is fucking up how I look at Will Smith.
What?
oh,
like,
damn,
forever?
when you put it like that,
Like, everything
what
he's
is Will
done?
doing?
Yeah.
Yo, you look at Will crazy now?
Yeah.
No,
You don't-
Yes, I do.
You don't
You
give a
watch
fuck
Fresh
about
Prince
Will
and you
Smith.
like, what the
I don't
fuck?
even laugh
Nobody
anymore.
gives a fuck about Will Smith, bro. Not like that. Like,
Oh, I was about to say
what I
that's
said was
crazy.
no,
crazy.
not like. But I'm saying we don't think about Will Smith on our day to day. Nobody. Who the fuck thinks about
We're
Will
literally
Smith?
I
talking
do
about
when
right
Jada
now.
does an interview.
It's not day to
Well,
day.
yeah, that's
This
what
is
you
a
think
day.
about it.
It's not day to day.
Shut up.
Yeah, nobody thinks about Will. Nobody really cares. Nobody
What do you
gives
think?
a fuck.
What do you think their kids think of this whole thing?
They probably don't.
They
care.
have been privy to
Listen,
information. They're adults now.
Jaden is on so many shrooms. He doesn't give a fuck about.
Yeah, he just riding a bike.
Yeah,
through
he's
South
just. It's
Bastards.
just shrooms and a good times, good energy. Like Jaden don't care about none of this shit, man. Talented kid though, talented artist.
He thought
That
his
icon sounds
dad
hard.
smacked Osmosis Jones when he was up there. So
Yeah.
high he was.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you, someone made a remake of that video where it's them as the animals, the animated animals they played. And it was Chris Rock as the
Chris Rock.
zebra from
Zebra.
Madagascar.
Mhm.
And Will Smith as the shark from Shark Tale. And they like this full on animation. They just smack the
Slaps
zebra.
him. Yeah.
And then the zebra responds in the zebra voice. It's hilarious.
That's fucked up.
It's so funny.
We're never gonna get over it.
You not over it?
You over that slap?
Yeah, man. I don't care about that shit.
Do we really believe Jada replied with, "No, sorry, Chris, we're not separated"?
Yeah. What do you what do you think the reply
You
was?
think you think Chris hit that?
No, but I don't think Jada deaded it right away. She doesn't seem like, for the information she's given us, I'm not speculating what she's put out there. She doesn't seem like the woman that straight up says, "No, I have a man." She looks like she actually gives into the question, so he doesn't let you have friends.
Mhm.
And then probably like, Chris, stop.
Yeah.
She seems like that type to me. I'm not saying he hit, but I'm saying there was some chemistry there that made Chris like pursue a little bit more on that question.
Yeah.
Like she's
I
like,
don't think Chris Rock out of nowhere said to Jada, "Can I take you out?" He didn't call up, pick up his phone, cold dial Jada and say, "Can I take you out?" There was an exchange before that Jada is leaving out, and Chris went, "So can I take you out?" And then she was probably like, "Well, no.
I'm still married.
Yeah.
She left out the beginning of that
She's
conversation.
like, I'm saving myself for my son's best friend.
NewRoryNMal.